Alright, fighters, Sam Battlefields here, right back into it. Let's get started. This is the nonsense area. I'm going to actually put this back to normal speed. Alright, we've seen the exact same move with a gun and with a knife in a previous video, the one that focused on Dr. Seema Rayo again. Let's break down this particular nonsense right from here, but we're going to play back at half speed. Bullshit. Hang on a sec. Hang on. That doesn't look right. I'm not I've mentioned before, I'm not Carly. I'm not a knife specialist or anything like that, but that doesn't look right. I'm actually going to slow this right down because I believe... So which... That's shocking. I mean, that's not what... Look, I've done one-step sparring before where it's all theoretical. You do this, then I get to do 15 moves on you. And this is all in fucking Taekwondo and Hapkido and I'm not saying the original arts or anything like that, but I've done this one-step sparring where it's like he lunges at you, you do a certain thing to block. I mean, that, her arm's way too high. This, I mean, what's this guy doing? Anyway, let's go real slow. Oh, yeah, okay. So you're just going to let him come back up. She's got no secure... She's not securing that arm at all. And then finally she grabs it. So she's got hold of it now. So she's, elbowing his head. Okay. Knee. Okay, so any Muay Thai practitioner will tell you that those knees are brutally ineffective. She's just bringing him up from her hip. From her, bringing him from the knee rather than pivoting the hip. Alright, now that's something. So she steps around and grabs his face and throws him to the ground, which is terrible. Stomps the groin. Breaks the wrist. And picks up the knife. So we saw that before. Let's get it back to 1.5 speed.
When you defend against a knife attack, you have to remember to stay outside or go right inside. If you stay outside your wrist, just raise the knife.
Yeah, okay. So let's just go normal speed for this.
If I stay outside, I'm going to get cut. The idea is to go.
If I stay outside, I'm going to get cut.
Inside.
Get inside.
This attack, where you thrust the knife at me, first I take my body behind. Now hold the hand. I have to attack the vitals, elbow the face, maybe knee, the groin, and finally I'm going to throw him down. Once I throw him down, I've kicked, and now I have to disarm. So turn and break the wrist.
All of this
Take the
is theoretical and unlikely.
weapon in my hand, and then
Now in this Does technique matter more than strength? Because 9 out of 10 times the opponent could be physically stronger or perhaps a little bigger. So
One needs to understand the basic principle that you either stay outside or you go inside. If you stay in between, you're going to get cut repeatedly. So the idea is to go inside. The second thing is once you hold the hand, the knife hand, you have to hit the vitals. The vitals is the eyes, the nose, could be the throat, could be the abdomen, could be the groin, could be the knee.
I don't know. So, it could be. No, it can't. The groin does not take out an attacker immediately. The knee does not take out the attacker immediately. My God, this is just nonsense.
Then once I do that, I hit him, then I got to throw him down. So that when he's down, he's vulnerable and I'm strong, and then I'm up. And then finally got to take the knife from him, which is disarming. So before I disarm him, I just hit him again, stomp him on his chest or his solar plexus, disarm the knife, that's it.
Stomp the groin.
Watching the demos at close quarters makes one realize how real the threat is. It's a microsecond that separates life from death.
Close quarter battle, as the name suggests, is battle at close quarters. You see, during the World War II, all battle was 300 yards or 300, 400, 500 yards, where the enemy was...
This cunt doesn't even know what he's fucking talking about. With all battle in World War I was 300, 400 yards. No, it wasn't. You dumb cunt. Holy fucking shit. So...
was far away, far behind. You had to take a rifle and you had to aim at the enemy and then shoot.
How do you think they took the fucking enemy's trenches, you dumb piece of shit?
But battle these days is limited.
They've been doing this for decades. More than 100 years. I bet you they would have had better techniques taught to the World War I
To anti-terror operations or commando
fighters.
warfare. Now in commando warfare, you see a set of paracommandos are airdropped into enemy territory with a parachute, and they go down and they conduct operations just like the surgical strike which was conducted by Indian Army. Now close quarter battle is made of 5 elements, 5 or 6 elements. The first element is hand to hand.
Okay, so it's made of 5 elements, 5 or 6 elements. This is from the foremost pioneer of all of that shit.
Now hand to hand is when the enemy has no weapon, you have no weapon, and you have a situation of hand.
So when you have to quite literally fight with bare hands, and who emerges victor.
Yes.
So that is the kind
That's
of fight,
hand to
and you're fighting to live or die, because
Right.
both sides are going to move to negate the
Now,
other.
in case the enemy has a weapon, let's say he has a pistol or he has a rifle and is trying to shoot you. Now you are, let's say your weapon has been disarmed or your weapon has been dropped or your rounds are empty. Now here's a situation which is hand to weapon. That means you are empty-handed and he has weapons. Next comes weapon to hand. Now weapon to hand is when you have a weapon and the enemy either doesn't have a weapon or he's not aware of.
Yeah. If you have a weapon in combat, you better fucking win.
So this is largely the scenario of sentry termination. Now sentry termination is there are sentries guarding an enemy camp, and when commandos have to go and raid it, they have to go and silence the sentry. That is, they have to creep up behind him and they have to hold him in a mouth clasp so that he doesn't make sound, and then they have to terminate him. So sentry termination is typical of weapon to hand. And then finally you have weapon to weapon, where the enemy has a rifle and you have a rifle, which is quite often the scenario in a battle situation or in a war situation. But in close quarter battle situation, this equation of weapon to weapon can change and become weapon to hand weapon, hand to hand, etc., etc. So those are the aspects of close quarter battle.
Okay. So the 5 or 6 is now 4.
So you've actually devised not just this technique or the art of close quarter battle, but one of the aspects is to aim and shoot, or a particular method of reflex shooting. Or can you give us a demo? And can you tell us what is it that you have actually talked about?
Right.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave it here. Much love. Because I am so looking forward to learning about his reflex shooting.